This is a Westinghouse H648T4, I believe, from 1955. And this is a AA4 set, which means that it only has 4 tubes. Look at the schematic there. Got the mixer oscillator or converter, the detector and first audio, and audio output and rectifier. So it has no IF amplifier, just has the one IF transformer here. It goes right from the mixer oscillator or converter into the detector. No IF amplification in here. So, pick up the cabinet, you can hear. You could anyway. There you go. One of the screws is loose in the cabinet, so we're going to have to open that up before we do anything else. This 35W4 here was loose. I stuck it back in the socket. And plug this in. I got a cheater cord here. Plug this in and see what we get. Tubes are lighting up.
$1 a month when you use promo code LEVIN. Time to fight back against liberal media. Do yourself a big favor. Give us a try at CRTV. We're going to give you a week completely free to try us out. That's CRTV.com. Make sure you use promo code LEVIN. That's L.
Thank you for having me. Greatly appreciate being here.
Art, great to have you. Thank you so much. So let's start with what you think about the problem of activist judges when it comes to the immigration policy. It seems...
Alright, let's put the backpack on. So we got everything back together.
The backlog was a little bit bigger than we thought it was. We thought it was about 658,000.
There's a loop antenna, so it's directional. Depends on which way you turn the radio.
And you don't even attend there. That's right. Very cool.
It's only 20 minutes twice a week. You'll burn fat, drop stubborn inches, and get stronger. What a way to take control of your new year. Call the perfect workout.
Post-election. Right. But many Democrats, and I'll count myself in this category, that did not believe.
Five, 6, 7, 10 years to hear. Those people are basically being granted amnesty to remain.
Who left for this country?
got the FedEx. I came in and there was a whole
It's definitely louder that way.
almost one deck.
In the United
The only way you can
Well, that was a pretty quick repair.
and at some point you get close
So if
to
you
the
enjoyed this little look inside a
last year,
4-tube 1955 Westinghouse.
that happened, it wasn't possible to get to zero.
Since this video ended up pretty short, figured we'd take a little look here. This is a 1920 Westinghouse RADA compared to our 1955 4-tube Westinghouse. This one actually is only 4 tubes, and this is a regenerative receiver. And what that means is, once the RF comes in through a tuner, and then it goes through the detector tube, and then some of the output of the detector tube is then fed back into the grid of the detector tube again, based on this control. So basically you're taking the output of the tube and feeding it back in through positive feedback. And the problem is if you get too much positive feedback, the tube goes into oscillation, so you have to adjust the amount of feedback to get it just right so that you have maximum gain without oscillation. I'm not going to demonstrate this, I'm just doing a little comparison here with this to that. This is a very high-end receiver for its day. When this came out, basically the only other radios on the consumer market were crystal receivers, and the next couple receivers that Westinghouse released after this, as lower-end ones, had only 1 tube, and they were just the detector tube without anything else. This has a detector tube and then 2 stages of audio gain. You can actually pick how much gain you want, and you can either tap right off the detector, get 1 stage of audio gain, or 2 stages of audio gain. You also have a little window here so you can see how brightly your tubes are glowing. You have to adjust the filament voltage for the detector and for the amplifier. So, kind of interesting that 3 tubes in 1920 was a super high-end set, whereas 4 tubes in 1955 was a super low-end set. We can take a look inside here. This is the door to get at the tubes, and apparently I don't have any tubes in here. Oh well, these have just been the globe type tubes. This would be a type 00 for the detector and 2 type 01As for the amplifiers. This fuse looking thing here is the resistor for the grid leak detector. You see down in the front there we have our 2 potentiometers. And then over on the other side, I know it's kind of hard to see in there. You can see some of the adjustments for the tickler control. So, let's be just a little interesting look at 1920s high-end Westinghouse versus 1950s low-end Westinghouse. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.